So I'll start off with a couple of New Year's poems here. In praise of rain. Sing down the rain from clouded gray sky in sizzling drops that roar on the roof, or a whispering mist that beats the bare trees. Let it flood worm burrows till water spurts from every hillside. Every meadow springs a lake, roiling with sex-crazed frogs. Murmur high tide into the marshes. Let it surge the sloughs, sneak into salt grass, sweep away rack and debris, mocking the sodden, wave-gnawed levees until the bay reclaims its own. Cry the wind through clattering branches. Let it keen with the grief of 1,000 mothers of drowned children, fling huge drops like a torrent of tears from shuddering firs, topple old giants rooted in soggy soil. Howl the clouds from the northern sea, cirrus, stratocumulus, nimbus, streaming in great arcs from the oceans. Let them scud across the sky, blot sun, shroud mountains, bring on the rain. When the drought broke. Deep in the shrouded night, the storm woke me, gnashing at the window, stalking across the roof on padded paws, slashing at the last leaves of autumn. In the pale dawn, I rose to see the peach moon, shawled by ragged nimbus, setting behind bare maples, to smell the oak bay leaf mold breath of newly soaked earth. Now high in the range of light, the wind hones little knives of ozone on cornice on sheer granite cliff. A coyote wakes, sniffs the new air, sets out into a crystalline world of solitude. This next one is about a very magical area called Ajumawi Springs in Ajumawi State Park. It's north of Mount Lassen and about due east of Mount Shasta. And the best way to see it is by canoe or kayak. I had the good fortune to go there with my son a while back. Ajumawi Springs. The boom of distant guns wakes me. I rise in the gray dawn, watch a line of white pelicans climb the morning sky. The guns fall silent. A choir of geese offers my coffee cantata. Families of the Achumawi camped here in the time of spawning suckers, when the great marsh provided everything: fish, tules for boats and baskets, ducks for the deft hunter, and on shore the harvest of acorns. Then the whites came, diked and drained the marshes, slaughtered the ducks, hunted the people for bounty and slaves. In the camps, fever and despair, no one to bury the small bundled bodies. Still, herons stalk the shallows, the salt-block fish weirs gird the air-clear springs. And when the fish, pulled by their ancient blood tide, swarm into the traps, a small band gathers to spear, cook, and feast. This is a rebellion of the Salinas River. Dammed and diverted, chattering kingfishers exiled, floodplain furrowed to carved body, revetted banks, the river of Steinbeck trickles between silt-choked pools, ammoniacal nightmare of cladoceran agonies, aldicarb, diazenon, malathion. Now high in the San Lucias, lowering clouds cloak dark peaks. Slanting rain weaves gray veils over the chaparral of the Barrancas, soaking the chamizales of the Nacimiento, San Antonio, Tasacara, and the green shoulders of Soledad. Runoff gathers in swales, surges the creeks and arroyos, pulses the main stem. Leaping overbank, the river nudges, sandbags, concrete rubble. Braids delicate ribbons of sediment across laser-leveled fields, cutting new channels among the artichokes. The flood recedes, clean silk glistens in the pale sun. At the river's new edge, lodged in ruins written by a stalking heron, lie seeds of willow, seeds of cottonwood. I'm sure everyone here has heard about global warming. How many of you know or have heard about ocean acidification? Good. It's even worse.
Even worse.
This is called Poseidon Weeps. Once were vast barrier reefs, atolls enclosing azure lagoons, home to angelfish, Moorish idols, butterfly fish, clownfish, moray eels, giant clams, fanworms, a rich larder and pharmacy and living gardens of stone. Year after year, we mined coal, cut and burned the forests, tainting the trade winds with our gaseous effluent. The seas warmed, rose, turned sour. Ferocity of typhoons increased, until the coral could take no more. Algal symbionts expelled in warming shallows, intricate structures crushed by pounding surf in rising seas. carbonate equilibria shifting toward oblivion. Link by link, the chains were snapped and crushed. Where once reef sharks and bluejacks cruised, now jellyfish drift and pulse. Staghorn, fan, and brain lie bleached and broken, rubble and endless slime. This is animal talk. Always talk back to a raven's harsh croak in the crown of a red fur. Cup your hands, let go from deep in the throat. Join coyotes, their high yips and warbles echoing off quartzite cliffs, born on a down canyon desert wind. Cluck even to barnyard chickens, descendants of red jungle fowl, carrying in their tiny brains the racial memory of a Sumatran rainforest. Then perhaps some fall night on the shore of Knife Lake, as the aurora unfurls the boreal sky, you will hear the wolves, feel napiers rise, and your quavering howl will astound the chill air. A year or two ago, there was an item in the paper about a polar bear that swam from Greenland to Iceland. You may have seen that. Didn't work out too well for him. Off Greenland, ice floe melting beneath his feet, the bear heads southeast through spoon-flecked gray seas. Days later, bone-tired and hungry, he makes landfall at Skaga Fjordor, hauls out, goes shambling down a country road, exploring his new home. People gather to see him. With fog descending, no darts on hand, the police decide to do what they do best. You can watch the video. The bear lumbers across talus, alpine fells, pausing to sniff the wind. You hear the crack and echo of two shots, see him lurch and stumble, blood-stained white fur, vermilion congealing in tephra beneath his neck. The policeman's hand pulling back a lip to show the fearsome sharp teeth. That's the Earth's most dangerous predator.